when we're in positions of struggle, oftentimes we can't even think enough to think our way out, but also we're caught up in these cycles of addiction, trauma. Severe mental illness comes from the trauma that's caused by it. It's an endless vortex. So these are all related. And in the case of trying to help fellow poverty scholars who are currently in struggle, how are we going to help each other?
The Bay Area has one of the largest and least sheltered homeless populations in the country. Although this is one of the most prosperous regions in the world, every night thousands of people sleep on the streets. According to the 2016 Annual Homeless Assessment Report conducted for Congress, Oakland and San Francisco has made the top 10 cities in the nation for the highest percentage of its total population experiencing homelessness.
We survive by any means necessary on the street. A lot of people talk about resilience when they talk about poor people. I think it's that we get up another day and we put on our clothes and we do whatever we got to do to survive.
Oakland is the 8th most populous city in California with an estimated 420,000 people. Oakland's homeless population is conservatively estimated at 2,761. Over 300 of the homeless people counted last year during a county census were children, and 68% of the city's homeless are African American. With issues affecting the environment, as well as violations of basic human rights, local Oakland communities have taken the call to action to find solutions to problems that burden their city. We traveled to East Oakland and talked to Tiny, aka Lisa Garcia, who is the founder of Poor Magazine, a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing revolutionary media access, art, education, and advocacy to silenced youth, adults, and elders in poverty across the globe.
Poor Magazine is in fact Poe. When you're in poverty, when you're on the street, I couldn't even think, right? But when these things happened, I started to conceptualize the concept of Poor Magazine. I started to realize that there was a way for us as poor people to resist through media, and that was a very powerful tool. Media and education systems were all about creating images and stories, information about us without us. We teach young people with race and class privilege about the concept of redistribution and community reparations, which is a concept that I came up with, around the idea that we're all connected and that we can all make a change through interdependence, not independence.
It's a safe environment. I'm not really judged for who I am in this type of environment. And also I get to help a lot of people who cannot help themselves. We try to spread the love of affection and what it means to treat another human like a human being and not like another pawn in the game.
We aren't trying to lie about who we are. We tell the truth. We live out loud every day. It's a struggle. Right now, we're dealing with trying to get a permit, to go forward in the project. We're stalled. Right now, we have a HEALS group from addiction through art, liberation, and spirit to help each other come up out of these systems. We tell our own stories because we refuse to continue this system that tells our stories about us without us.
Since 2005, the total homeless population in San Francisco has steadily increased with no practical solution being presented anytime soon. According to a 2017 study conducted by the city of San Francisco, for every 100,000 people, 795 are homeless. The number of homeless single adults is 5,518. Unaccompanied youth, 1,363. Roughly 2,000 people are on a waiting list for a shelter. There are currently 1,200 beds in the shelter system. Out of the total homeless population in San Francisco, 3,680 people live in District 6, which includes much of the south of Market District and the Tenderloin District. With this in mind, we went to talk to Glide, a nonprofit organization in the Tenderloin District that provides various services for the poor and disenfranchised.
Glide has been around for a number of years, and we have a number of different programs focused on homeless services. We have a shelter program, we have, the shelter reservation program, where the participants will come in to get a reservation, work with them to get ID. So we do like a voucher program. Right now, just the community, it's just difficult to find housing and affordable housing for individuals. I think that's, for all the programs that we have, I think that is the most difficult issue. We have so many people who are stuck on the streets and or in the shelters because they don't have a source of income, or they do have income but they just can't afford what the rates are for housing right now here in the city. A number of families, we have a number of single adults who just are stuck really in a situation where they don't have all their alternatives because they don't have the means to get where they need to be. So we have people who are stuck out on the street, and days like this in the rain, it's hard. You know, we walk outside and there's people in sleeping bags sleeping under the awnings. It hurts my heart because it's not a whole lot that we can do. We try to provide whatever we can, but we can't help everyone in every moment, in every situation.
Hopes I have for the future, I hope to see low-income people have a lot more money. I wish to see a lot more people fed and not on the streets.
Just being able to reach the individuals who can make change happen, I think that would be my mode of activism. Just being able to, just shine some light to what the reality of what people are living in every single day. Because I think a lot of times it gets forgotten. We're in this community in the Tenderloin, and this is like the lowest served population that we deal with. When you walk out the door, you have people sleeping on the streets and don't have alternatives. So having that activism and being out there and pushing the forefront to just let people know, like, we have people who really, they have these real needs. We have the means to support them. We just need the means to make it happen.
Link up with other communities in poverty to realize definitely you're not alone. Homefulness, we've run out of money. We've raised enough for the 4 houses and for the siding, but each piece of it takes this big chunk of money, even though we're all building it ourselves. Us poor folks can actually create for ourselves, do for self, that actually in you, if you're a poverty scholar with lived knowledge, that you have everything it takes to survive and thrive, and you'll make it.